Stangibelisco here. I have a lot of extra time on my hands for the next few days, and I've had for the past couple of days, because Friday night I went into the emergency room with a huge swelling on my foot, and they determined that I had an abscess. And they did some things and put me on antibiotics and cut my foot open, and so I can't get it wet, and that means I can't go swimming, probably for weeks. You know, it just underscores how important physical activity is to the maintenance of a good mood. I'm bored silly sometimes, but so when I get bored I make a video. But what I also did was back up all of the data that I usually do every quarter and had been putting off, partly because I've been feeling so rotten physically and was so down all the time. It just seemed everything was a useless, meaningless chore. But not backing up your data. One time that Crashmaster 8 gave me a good reminder of why I should back up my data, because it has all of my data on it. It's the only computer that does. It's not connected to the internet, so nobody can hack into it from that direction. However, there's other reasons to back up your data, like the Crashmaster might decide to perform one of the actions at which it has such mastery, that is, crash. And one day the hard drive did crash. I think I described that in a video. I finally just shut everything down normally and started it up again, and it came back to life. But it reminded me that to keep all of your data in one place that's susceptible to any kind of destruction. It doesn't have to be hackers. It doesn't have to be fire in your house or a hurricane. It can be something as simple as the computer just quits working. And I didn't want to take that thing into the shop and have them get my data off of there. So anyway, yesterday I spent pretty much the whole day making all the elaborate backups I do in the backup scheme that I have, which I will spare you the details of because they would probably bore you silly. You can invent your own. Just make certain that you have something off-site, that you have duplicate backups, and so that you have duplicates or 2 sites and 2 identical backups. Do them frequently. If you make a backup of all your important stuff every day and every new file every time you create it, then should the worst come to the worst, you can buy a new computer and from those backups cobble together all of your data empire that you once had. Just make sure that you don't neglect that task. It's very easy to neglect when you just don't feel like doing it because it seems like busy work. But you will never regret that you backed anything up too often or too much. Stangibelisco signing off. Until next time, so long.